Making Tales of Poe as an independent filmmaker, I know Alan and I understood that as anxious as we are to get the film out is also as smart as you have to be to not give the audience too much. So what we did was we developed this idea as we were making the film that we needed to perk people's interest. And having the actors that we had on board, we would start to show them little pieces of photography or images about the film, like behind the scenes material. What we began to realize is that social media was the best way to get people involved in our film. We'd start to release this a little bit on Facebook. We started to build a Facebook page for Tales of Poe, and then we built the Instagram page, and then we built the Twitter feed, and then little by little we just started adding and dropping and doing little bit of hints, and then we'd say, hey, come on this particular day, wait till you see this. And then we would drop that, and Alan helped in designing our title cards, and we would show that. And we would do this little at a time, because when you overly saturate the market and you try and force it down the audience's throat, what begins to happen is they need to see something. And if they're not going to see something, they're going to lose you after a while. You're going to lose them. You're going to actually lose the audience when you give them too much, but there's nothing to show them. So we knew that we didn't have a final product ready yet. But in the process of it, we kind of sprinkle along the way into the audience's hands through social media. And I think the smartest thing an independent filmmaker could do is build the audience. And that's what Alan and I have done through social media, through our actors, through our crew, and give them a little taste of what they're getting as the film is coming out. And it builds up the momentum to the film. You just have to hope that the payoff is good, because if the audience loves it, you're steamrolling right ahead, because the audience will always dictate the success of your film. Tales of Poe has been a slow burn, and I believe that it's going to be a slow burn. I believe it's a film that's going to be around for quite some time, probably after I'm long gone. I believe that the artistry and the skills that have gone into the film, I'm not saying that's changing the genre. I think that it's just going to be one of those films that's going to stay within the genre that audiences can go to for these three different stories. What Alan and I have done in terms of giving behind the scenes and press and the Kickstarter, socially interacting with people, I think that helps the audience feel connected to the film, like they're a part of that also, that they're a part of that journey with you. And that makes them feel special. And I can't even begin to tell you how many people I know on social media that I interact with that I've never had a phone call with, or I've never met them in real life, but they've donated hundreds of dollars to the film. And you know what? This is the new age in which films are being made, how artists are doing their work. It is through social media that the last work that you've done, if it is successful and people believe in it, they're going to invest into it. So when filmmakers like Spike Lee or Zach Braff get on Kickstarter and are asking money for their films, they're artists just the same way that we are. And they too cannot work with the studio system to tell the stories that they see best. So if they can do it, then we sure as hell can kind of learn from them also. And if we can do it, they sure as hell can look and learn from us also. We're in a realm in which art is being created. And I think we all have to kind of put our feet and dip into that once in a while and understand that we're all in this together. We just want to make the best possible products. So by utilizing social media and the audience and slowly give it to them one at a time, it teases them. And I think people like to be teased. I like to be teased. Teasing the audience is a good thing because it perks their interest. And when you perk the audience's interest, they're inclined to see what it is that you're going to show to them. And the audience is always looking for something great. They are always looking to kind of escape reality or find the new Jason or find the new, Michael Myers character. Maybe they find it in Edgar Allan Poe. Maybe he is the new version of horror that we haven't seen in a long, long time. Maybe he's more than just a literary figure through Tales of Poe, and maybe other works that are working with his literature. So yeah, sprinkling the audience and teasing them a bit helped to gain that momentum and allow the steam for the film to keep going. And I think that's why Tales of Poe is moving in Los Angeles, New Orleans, Pittsburgh, Arkansas, Nebraska, and right here back at home at the New York City Horror Film Festival. Having Tales of Poe come to the New York City Horror Film Festival here at Tribeca Cinemas, you can't ask for anything better. We are here in our own backyard, and it's quite an honor to be here. This is the best festival on the East Coast. It is very well respected. Michael Hines started this quite a few years ago, and his family has taken it over and has put it in such a strong direction that filmmakers from all over the world come over here. So to have Tales of Poe be a part of the New York City Horror Film Festival is quite the honor. A sold-out audience, a packed house, 20 cast members showed up here last night, friends, family, and people all over the social media were here, and they came to watch this film. I think what Alan Rowe and I have done is that we set out to make a film that required love and passion and smart business sense, and take that and put the passions that we have as filmmakers with our cast and our crew, and we make this piece called Tales of Poe. To have it play here at the New York City Horror Film Festival is quite the honor.